today I'm talking with Mario Mazzetti about Instagram. And everybody's buzzing about Instagram. You know, how do I market with Instagram? How do I run a business and get myself out there with Instagram? And Facebook now has integrated Instagram and some things. And so I got a chance to get Mario on the phone. He's been very busy, so I appreciate him taking some time out and just give us some insights on how should we be looking at Instagram. So Mario, thanks for coming on and taking some time with me.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Jeff. It's good to see you, man.
Great. So tell us about Instagram. I mean, how should a business look at, you know, Instagram? I know it's a little different than the tweens and all the teenagers that use it. You know, how should a business kind of look at it?
Well, I think, with Instagram being a visual platform, I think it's important to look at it with that perspective. So, I think that if a business is looking to utilize Instagram, they need to make sure that they're, creating the right visuals that they can share on Instagram. So I think that's definitely the most important thing.
Okay. Now I'm going to ask you a dumb question because I know you have a photography business. So I know you're into photography. The quality of the pictures, does it matter?
I think yes and no. It depends on if what you're doing. If you're doing something where the content is great, then I think the quality, is okay for it to not be as great. But, as a photographer, obviously you want your photos to be great. But if I think it's more interesting to have, photos that show that versus like amazing photos.
Okay, because I know sometimes you can get so much into the details of the quality that you basically put it off and say, okay, we have to hire the professionals, which is always a good thing for business. Yep. But you go through that round, and if your onboarding process and transfer with the deliverables takes a long time, now the campaign is ran for weeks over what was expected. So that's one thing. Now, I've noticed with Instagram a lot of interesting images get the most views. So the funny ones, the weird ones, something to share and talk about. But when it comes to that, should you focus more on how can I be strange and weird and funny, or should it be more like a commercial ad that's out there?
Well, I think you could do a mixture of both. I mean, with Instagram rolling out their algorithm-based system, which is similar to Facebook, the idea is that an image that gets more comments and more likes is going to be shown more in the news feed. And so funny things and weird things tend to, fall into that spectrum.
Okay. So we can all go back to the cat videos then,
Absolutely.
People love those type videos. So great. Well, and great point that you brought up with the views and so forth. Should you focus so much on how many views you get versus who views you, or is it more of a blend?
I mean, I'm definitely more of a quality over quantity kind of person. And so I think that, if you're creating content that's true to you and your brand, and if you're attracting the right viewers, then I think those are going to sync up. So I don't think that you should alter that story too much.
Okay. That makes sense. So the last big question, if you had to tell a friend that is trying to get it up and going, one quick strategy to get it up and running, what would you tell them?
As far as what I do, and I still do this every single day, is I chase hashtags that are relevant to my business. So, being that I teach photographers, there are a lot of photography hashtags with lighting gear and other industry related things. And so I follow those hashtags and I comment on people who are posting photos, with those hashtags. And so, versus, me posting the hashtags and waiting for somebody to find me, I'm actively, chasing potential clients on Instagram.
Okay. Hashtags similar to what you would do on other social media platforms like Twitter and so forth.
That's right.
Nice to know. So nice quality photos, make sure it's interesting, and make sure you look for the proper hashtags. That's the take home for the day.
That's a good take
Mario,
home.
thanks so much.
Absolutely,
Thanks so
man.
much for clearing this up.
You
Because
got
I
it.
mean, Instagram is something that can be overthought, and like I said, the ones I've seen really crushing it has been those tweens and those teens. They seem to really go at it, but businesses have seen very big success with Instagram as well. So
It's
that's
going
your
to be,
marketing tip for the day. Its
that's it.
strategy for the day is Instagram. Thanks, Mario.